better off than most in terms of median income and our unemployment figures, and that's good, but it still means that there's some real painful decisions that we have to make.
Governor Kaine visits the Valley today.
And talks
WHSV News 3 at 6.
Governor Tim Kaine and his cabinet made several stops around Stanton earlier today on their 11th annual Cabinet Community Day.
And one of their 5 stops included a tour of the Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center in Fishersville. Our Keith Jones spoke with the governor about recent state budget cuts and how they've affected the rehab center. He joins us now live in Stanton. Keith.
Jamie, Val, the governor says in this economy, families and businesses are forced to make very tough decisions, and the state is no different.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
It might as well be the motto for patients at the Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center. But recent state budget cuts have made things even more difficult.
This is tough because this is direct service provision to people who really need it. So again, if we have to do cuts in areas like this, we really look to see, are there ways we can find reductions at the administration side rather than at the service delivery side.
The rehab center and its patients have adjusted accordingly. The Department of Rehab Services and the Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center have been forced to cope with about $3.5 million in cuts. Commissioner Jim Rothrock says it's resulted in 4 employees being laid off.
It's been a fairly drastic dip into our service programs, but we still feel confident that we're able to serve the most needy of the people that we're supposed to be serving.
I'm Tim Kaine. Good to see you.
The governor says in the last year, a rough economy has affected all Virginians.
What we're all looking for is when the national economy starts to rebound, and my goal is to try to make these decisions, not just for the short term, but looking at the long term, so that when the national economy rebounds, we'll really be in position for success.
It is so good for the staff to see that our governor is somebody that understands what we do and moreover values what we do.
Now, Governor Kaine and his cabinet got a chance to tour the exercise trail at the rehab center. Now, Rothrock says he doesn't really think that the cuts were expected, or actually thought the cuts were expected, rather, just because the economy is so bad. Live in Stanton, Keith Jones.